Yo, welcome back to the channel everyone, it's Oscar here again, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be talking about why I'm so bullish on Lucid Motors and Volkswagen's EV future. So let's get right into it. So let's start off with Volkswagen. So Volkswagen's kind of been on the down low with everything. Hasn't really produced anything exciting in the past, let's say 20-30 years, and that's interesting to see. If you look at the stock market charts, it's never really peaked at major highs or been somewhere at like a super high price. I think it's always been in the range of like 20 to 30-ish dollars if I remember correctly, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a chance to make a change in the EV sector. So with everything that it's working on and everything that it wants to work on with regarding EV, I think it has great potential. And considering that, let me just double check. So, considering that Volkswagen owns 12 different brands, let me get this to focus. So, considering that Volkswagen owns 12 different brands, those brands being Volkswagen, Seat, Audi, Skoda, Bugatti, Bentley, Lamborghini, Ducati, Porsche, Scania, MAN, and Volkswagen commercial vehicles. You have Audi. Audi's huge. Audi's probably going to start creating electric vehicles very, very soon if they haven't already. Volkswagen's already started producing them and showing them off on their Instagram. I think Lamborghini is something that's going to take a little bit longer to create, because Lamborghinis have always been known for their gas motors and V12s and V10s and everything like that. Porsche, it was the same thing, but with the introduction of the Taycan, that's been a good success, although people kind of hated the rear-wheel drive version because it doesn't have enough power or whatever, but I think it's an amazing looking car and I definitely want one if I had the chance to have one. Bentley, I don't know too much. I only know that they've been the V8s basically ever since they got started producing, and Bugatti, Skoda and Seat. Those two I can easily see them creating stuff, but something like Bugatti, I think the Chiron and the newer ones are starting to have some sort of hybrid, and they have the ability where you can use the electric motor and then turn it on to the gas motor if you'd like to. So those are some big things on Volkswagen. On top of that, they just bought $14 billion worth of batteries from a Swedish company called Northvolt, so they're kind of partnering up together and working on that. Now $14 billion, that is a lot, and it kind of shows in a sense that Volkswagen might have been planning on this for a little while, and they've been saving up money. I'm sure they probably have tons of capital behind them, but if they're able to drop $14 billion just like that just to start creating batteries, that is something huge in my opinion. So as well as that, has this been in focus the whole time or not? I hope so. So let's look at the Volkswagen stock in just 5 days. So basically, last Thursday, Volkswagen, or at least the one that I'm looking at, VWAGY, was $28. Currently, it's sitting at $35.74. So in 1 week, it's basically up 9 to 10%, which is amazing to see. And like I said, I definitely feel like Volkswagen has... Was this thing freaking focusing or what? I hope this video has been in focus, but I guess we'll have to see when it's when I'm editing it. But like I said, I think Volkswagen has great potential, especially now with the current EV market, and there aren't too many companies out there doing this. They're just now starting to get into it, but I think Volkswagen definitely has some amazing potential behind it. And if I read something like on Yahoo Finance, VW CEO embrace of Elon Musk's playbooks and stock soaring. If the CEO is smart enough to kind of do what Elon Musk is doing, it's going to do well, because Elon Musk is a genius and that guy knows how to freaking go around the rule book. So that's that on Volkswagen. Let's talk about Lucid Motors. So again, Lucid Motors, same thing. I'm pretty bullish on it. I think that they have an exceptional future in front of them, considering they're only in pretty much prototype and pre-production models right now. On top of that, Peter Rawlinson, who is the CEO, was previously the chief engineer on the Tesla Model S, so he definitely knows what he's doing. And he was currently, or was it yesterday, he was on CNBC? Yeah, CNBC's Mad Money. Okay, so Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson, who was also the chief engineer on the Tesla Model S, was on CNBC's Mad Money yesterday with Jim Cramer, and Cramer kind of asked him a question about how, let's say Apple was to join the EV market or something like that, how would Peter Rawlinson take that into account? And he seemed super calm, super kind of chill, relaxed when he answered the question. He said, "I welcome the competition." So obviously shows that he has capital behind him, and he has a good, I guess, a backbone to what Lucid can do. And it's amazing. If you've watched the first drive with Peter Rawlinson in the Lucid Air, he's talking about all the things, all the specs of the car, how it can go further than the Tesla on just like the base model version. And then as well, if I remember right, in the video it shows the Lucid Air with kind of like a roll cage and a track setup going around Laguna Seca, and that thing looks like it's moving. So not only is it a good car, it looks like a very comfortable car, it looks like a very efficient car. And Lucid Motors, being that they're only in prototypes post-production, I think that the stock price right now is really good. And especially right now, today is the 17th, it's dropped today, maybe at $1 or $2 to $3, but I think somewhere in like the $30, $35, $40 range, I think it's definitely a good idea. And I have good hopes for this company, considering it's new, they have good ideas behind them, and I could definitely see this kind of being on Tesla's level or possibly even bigger than Tesla one day. So those are just a few things why I'm kind of bullish on Volkswagen and Lucid Motors currently. Like I said, these are just things I'm excited for the future. Volkswagen kind of basically coming back out of the grave. It's kind of been on, like, in the back of the kind of car production scene right now, but I think they're definitely starting to come back onto the scene, as well as Lucid Motors being a brand new company. Well, not brand new, but they're finally starting to get like the attention that will be needed, and those that kind of will want a higher end luxury car around the $60,000 to $80,000 range, they'll definitely start pre-ordering those. And I think in one thing I read also, Peter Rawlinson said that the pre-orders of the Lucid Air have been overwhelming. So definitely shows that there's a lot of people that think it's a good looking car, believe in it, and want to own one day. So those are just the reasons why I'm kind of bullish on these two companies right now. Let me know your comments down below. If you like the video or if you have the same idea, please like it. And if you're new here, please subscribe. It'd mean a lot. And it's been Oscar, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.